All right. Hello, chat. I just came back from Scotland and we got some big news. First off, we got this article yesterday, which Guilty Gear's producer confirms Strive is getting more big content after season 4. I also saw some post on the internet that it said like season 5 is confirmed. That doesn't really make sense with what he said here, because here it's like not confirmed, but I do think a season 5 is coming as well. So let's just review this, and then there's another article that somehow completely contradicts this one that came out like an hour ago. So the Gear Strike came out in 2021. Huge game because of the pandemic. It had rollback. It was, like really gorgeous visuals. It's definitely a big hit. Right place at the right time. But since then, the game has gone downhill over and over and over again. Everyone has basically felt very neglected by Arc Sys for the last 2 or 3 years. So everyone's been wondering what's going to happen. Most people assumed that Strive was just being left to die while they were working on Marvel Talk On, because they were doing that bad of a job. Like, both the last 2 big patches had game-breaking bugs. Some of the new features, like 3v3, were instantly abandoned and like just died on release. So a lot of people just assume, well, this is, the last, and they're putting all their force onto Marvel Talk On, and that's the only reason why they're bad. Arc Sys know how to make a good game, but they don't have the resources to it. This, however, really contradicts this. So, as I say here, given that they're also developing Marvel Talk On Fighting Souls, it seems like there's a lot going on in Arc Sys right now. And according to Miyuchi, that includes exciting new updates for Strive. I can't talk too much about it, but we do have a plan, he told us at Anime Expo. So this is like a week and a half ago. Some people might be thinking, well, Guilty Gear Strive will not have any more updates after the end of Season 4 because we still haven't announced anything yet. But that's not actually true. I can't say what our plans are right now, but I'm preparing something big and exciting that people probably won't expect. They won't know what we have in mind or what we're preparing. Because we recently announced a fighting game with a different IP, Marvel Talk On Fighting Souls, and a lot of Guilty Gear Strive players might be worried, this is a weird sentence, and a lot of Guilty Gear Strive players might be worried that the game is going to end. It's actually not true, so don't worry about it. So, how do we interpret this? I think it's not going to end, so don't be worried about it. That makes it like clear to me that they're doing Season 5 and something else. It would be very on brand for Arc Sys, but really bad marketing to be like, we're preparing something big, and then it's like tiny Strive DLC story or something, and then they release like 1 DLC character or 2 DLC characters. Like, if this big update doesn't come with at least the standard DLC pass, so it's like 4 characters and something else, then I think they're just really stupid, right? But Arc Sys are really stupid when it comes to stuff like this, so who knows? So yeah, like, what I was thinking after this was that it doesn't really make sense to make another Guilty Gear, because why would you make another Guilty Gear fighting game? Right? It makes no fucking sense to make another Guilty Gear fighting game, because like, why would you just reset it? So like, oh, we go back to like 12, 16 characters when we have Lucy just came out and they're already working on a game that doesn't have Lucy in it. Like, that just makes no sense, right? Like, it's not like they could release a new Guilty Gear that would be like dramatically better in terms of like graphics or features, right? If they were doing that, if they were pushing like a Guilty Gear 2, Guilty Gear Strive 2, or Guilty Gear Rev 2, then I feel like they would have waited for ranked and for training mode updates to drop with the new, title update, like, right? Like, if you moved it to Guilty Gear Strive 2. But they're dropping those before, and Lucy's coming this month with a new balance patch and ranked mode. So it's like, it doesn't really make any sense. And it's also one of those things that they said here, I'm preparing something big and exciting that people probably won't expect. I don't know what they're thinking, but like, when this news came out that they're doing something big, everyone expected, that I heard, that there's going to be like a Strive 2 or a Rev 2 or I don't know, Grand Blue, versus Rising type thing where it's like a few new mechanics. Maybe it has a free to play version. What could they be working on that we don't expect? And I think the unfortunate thing is there anything about Guilty Gear that we wouldn't expect? Like, let's say, like a dating sim or visual novel or beat 'em up that would actually be good? I don't think so, right? And so everyone was convinced, like, what the fuck would it be? Like, my guess was new, like season 5 has one more system mechanic, like insta kills or something, and then, but they announced that they were working on insta kills like 4 years ago, so that doesn't make any sense either. In terms of like, oh, it's something we didn't expect. I'm thinking there's like a 1v1 rogue, I don't know, like some offline single player roguelite mode or some shit. Like some mode where they can use the assets and like keep going. Like a new campaign with new story or something, and then like maybe there's only like 2 more DLC characters. That's probably what I would guess if I had to put my money on it. But a lot of people were expecting a new game, right? And this is probably going to be announced at Evo. But here's the interesting part. So a few hours ago, this came out. It says the next Guilty Gear game has been canceled. Franchise is back to the drawing board. And this is a report, so this is not confirmed. But given how ArcSys has had leaks recently, and this is specifically the follow-up has been canceled, and they heard this after this article yesterday came out. And this article is saying since the game was absent from the ArcSys System Works showcase, and everyone thought that was weird, a new report may have revealed why. So again, this is a new report, probably very recent. Via Insider Gaming and according to anonymous sources, the follow-up Security Strive has been internally canceled by Arc System Works. The cancellation, per the report, happened within the last couple weeks. And while the new title is reportedly back to the drawing board, the Insider Gaming article says the game is not completely dead. The news comes after the other recent reports that Arc System Works still has something big and exciting planned for the franchise. I don't really get what the fuck is happening. Does anyone know? Were they really gonna launch a different genre? Because early in this article too, they said Strive Producer wants different games with Guilty Gear IP. So like different genres. But I feel like the earlier news can't be about different genres, given how he speaks about it here, because here he's like, but he isn't certain when or if this will actually happen, etc. Like, it didn't sound at all like the announcement was going to be a different fighting game, but then maybe they were working on that too. I don't know, man. This is just so weird. Give me your thoughts. Give me your predictions. We'll probably know in about 2 weeks when Evo drops. At least a little bit more. All I will say is, please don't get hurt like I am. Please keep your expectations low. Please. ArcSys have shown time and time again that when it comes to announcements that they have prepared you for, especially, and they're not like out of the blue Marvel talk on announcements, the announcements are going to be a letdown almost always. And the one time they're not, I think it's better to be happily surprised at that time than to be disappointed all 100 times where they have a letdown announcement. Anyway, that's it. I'm about to boot up Hunter x Hunter Net Impact, which is coming out in 2 minutes as of recording. So if you're excited for that, let me know. I'll be doing a lot of streams for that, so check out the stream, and yeah, see ya.